Little treat for you guys coming off the sawmill. I hadn't actually talked about this, which is interesting for me to not talk about it. But honestly, I think I've just been so dang busy that I didn't want to fool with it, and I didn't want to bother setting up the camera or something. I don't know. But anyway, I have this lovely, wonderful pile of pine that I sawed out for my brother. My brother custom ordered this to use as farmhouse trim in his own house that he's building. It's 1x5s, 1x6s. There's some 1x8s. Let me show you here. Some 1x8s down here on the bottom, and we've actually even got some 1x10s. Now the 1x8s he wanted for stair risers, and the 1x10s are going to be stair treads, and whatever 1x10s he doesn't want, I'm going to keep and using to build B-boxes with. But I'm thinking it's, yeah, 10, 8, 6, and then 5s on top. Now, I sawed it all out, rough sawn at a 1/4 inch over. So the 1x5s are 5 1/4, 1x6 is 6 1/4, give or take. I don't think it's going to shrink that much laterally as it dries here. It's only going to dry for a couple of weeks just because I got to get it to him. And I'm not worried about it being green and getting nailed up, because even if he paints it, the backside of it will still be dry, so it'll still be able to breathe and dry out. Anyway, I really just want to show it to you guys, brag on a little bit. This is the first like big order. Right? I've done some stuff for 2x6s here and there, but this is the first great big pile that I've built anyway to be able to show off. But I'm getting it to him, you know, basically at a discount over retail. The deal is I've still got to plane it, so I sawed it at 7/8 thick. I'm going to pass it through the planer, take it down to about 3/4, just so it's close to nominal. And that's just so he can match it. If he needs to go buy a couple more pieces locally and rip them down to be the same width, at least he's got the same thickness, so that should all line up. So we're going to plane it to 3/4. I'm going to make a pass through on the jointer table with it, I think, after I've planed it, just to kind of clean up the edges, take out the saw marks on the edges. But again, he's got a discounted price because he's getting a less finished product is the whole point. I didn't really think about finishing time when I told him, oh yeah, I can do it. You know, sawed it all out actually really quick. I probably only got, for me, I think it's quick anyway, because the 1220 that I have is such a manual sawmill. It really takes a lot of work, takes a lot of time. But I was blessed to have some really big pine logs brought to me, big diameter. They were 22 inch on average. You can get a lot of board footage out of that log. And I got them for free, which those of you that do a lot of sawmilling know, like the logs pretty much have to be free in order for you to get any value out of them as a small private sawmill. So anyway, it took 3 of the 8-foot long by 22-ish diameter logs to get this order, and I had some extra. Well, no, I guess that is all of it here. A lot of it is actually the slabs that I took off because it's so big. I couldn't hardly manhandle those logs, and so I'd get up there on a sawmill and I'd take about 3 to 4 slabs off the top, just taking a little weight off, putting your first flat side on. And those slabs, I went ahead and sawed them off at the same 7/8 inch thick, stack them to the side. Then I had to get the tractor, of course, with a chain to roll the log. So you roll it 1/4, do 3 to 4 more slabs, roll it 1/4, 3 to 4 more slabs, and now you're down to your 3-sided cant, right? Split the cant, saw it all down. But all those slabs stacked to the side, the first 3 to 4 you take off have 2 live edges. Everything after that pretty much had one edge already square and then just one live edge. So then you stand all of them back up on the mill. It's actually, it works really well for taking what would otherwise be a, you know, almost impossible to handle piece of lumber and taking it down to size. Even if you're sawing out, you know, stuff that's 2 inches thick or whatever, you know, sawing those slabs off, making those slabs manageable pieces versus trying to get all of it out of the log right there, you know, on your first turn. Helps break it down a lot. It helped me a lot. It was a lot of on and off the mill, but it helped me manage it. But anyway, more than anything, I just want to show it off. These couple little scraps on top, obviously, that is not a 1x5, but actually his order was for original order was for a bunch of 1x3s, 1x5s, and 1x6s, and then he said, hey, you know what? Nix the 1x3s, I'll just split the 1x6s. So I had a couple of these little scraps that are thinner. He may be able to get a 1x3 out of this. There might be a little bit of weighing right there, but he can put that, you know, on the back side against another piece of trim or something so you wouldn't see it. So I think it's still a usable board. I'm basically throwing him in for free on this order. If he gets something out of it, great. If not, oh well. Anyway, just wanted to, I don't know, brag, show off, talk about it for a minute. Nice big order of pine trim coming up.